What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm here to show you another army that I collect. If you haven't been checking out the videos recently, I did all the 40k armies that I currently have in my possession. They are the Tau, the Chaos Space Marines, and Space Marines, and there's a playlist where you can check out all of our armies. So please be sure to check that out if you want to see the awesomeness of those armies. But today, we are taking a slightly different route as I show you my army for Age of Sigmar. It's a little different because obviously this page is about 99% of Warhammer 40k. That's the lore we dive into. However, about a few months ago, we decided to take a little detour and dip our hands and our toes, is that a saying, into the world of Age of Sigmar. And with doing so, we decided to play some really interesting armies. And the thing about Age of Sigmar is that the sculpts are very dynamic and they got mounts. I really love mounts. So I decided to look around and see what armies intrigued me, and I was down to two. It was either going to be the Tree Folk, aka the Sylvaneth, or I was going to go with the Nighthaunts, one of the more newer armies that was it had a whole bunch of new models and new rules come out for them. So I decided to dive into the Nighthaunt army, and luckily I found an army on eBay that was reasonably priced and painted to tabletop standard. So I'm like, this is perfect. I bought it, and now I'm showcasing it to you guys. So the thing about Nighthaunts is that they play differently than what I'm used to with my 40k armies. My 40k armies kind of focus on elite units, where the Nighthaunts, they work very well synergetically, but at the same time, hordes is a great style to play them in. So with that being said, I'm going to give you a little bit of lore if you have no idea what Nighthaunts are, or if this is your first time actually hearing anything about Age of Sigmar. You kind of get to experience a little bit of that history from the Nighthaunts and see if maybe Age of Sigmar is something that you guys might want to look into. But for now, check out the awesome models that I have been showcasing here, and let's dive into a little bit of the Nightaunt lore. The Nighthaunts are the horrors that haunt the land of the living. They are the terrors that prowl beyond life's edge. They wait with the patience of the eternal, yet their hunger drives them with insatiable needs. The need to hunt, to harm, and to destroy life. For that is all that is left for them to do. They come in many forms, but they are all destined to forever stalk the mortal realms, and to drag the living into the same doom that they are eternally racked with. The Nighthaunts not only have lost their lives, but also their physical bodies. While mortal flesh rots away, the spirit lives, taking on a new phantasmal aspect. Whatever blissful underworld rest or eternal peace that was promised to these souls turned out to be nothing but lies. Instead, the Nighthaunts are fated with afterlives of damnation, stripped of any compassion that they had before death. All warmth is eradicated, leaving behind the only negatives. What remains of the spirit is bitter, hate-filled, and bound by necromancy, often in some cruel, ironic way linked to either their deaths or their deeds in life. They must forever haunt the mortal realms to seek out and punish those who dare to still live. Though almost impervious to physical harm, Nighthaunts carry with them their own hell. Some are cursed by the dark manner of their death. For example, those who met their ends in chains might have hoped to escape their captivity in the afterlife. However, in the spiritual world, they are now bound by more manacles than ever. Other finds their deeds in life turned against them. A mortal who spent a lifetime healing and nurturing might find that, as a spirit, they can only destroy. Such morbid rewards fill the Nighthaunts with rage and hatred. And that is all thanks to the perpetrator of these eternal torments, that is, Nagash, the god of the underworld, the great necromancer, the supreme lord of the undead. Nagash finds the twisted irony that he is inflicted to be naught but poetic justice. His vindictive nature, limitless spite, and unfathomable ego have created the most terrible of spirits, geists, and wraiths. For a single night haunt might be able to terrorize a village, a pair acting together could easily leave an entire fiefdom quaking in fear. But when gathered in mass and united beneath an indomitable new malevolence, an ancient terror, no longer can they content to haunt civilization's edges. Phantasmal forces will now gather into spectral armies. And this is no mere haunting, but a shock assault that seeks nothing less than to destroy life itself. They are usually led by a greater undead spirit. Such an army can destroy an empire, and these empires will succumb to nothingness and become the stuff of dire legend. So that was a little bit of lore for them. It's just like you heard these warriors, these people, when they passed, they get tormented even worse. Like you were saying, if you're a nurse and you're helping all these people, then you're kind of forced to kill all the people you helped. It gets so interesting because the more you read about them, such as the named characters, the more, I guess, hypocritical their actions and their lives become. And overall, it's just crazy. Like, you could become a king who leads giant armies, and in death, you're just a lowly soldier, always forced to follow another person's command. And it's just hilarious, like, how that happens to them. But that's what makes them so bitter and so ready for violence. And because of that, they're even, scarier and stronger out in the battlefield. Gameplay-wise, I've played maybe 3 or 4 games with them. They're really fun. Like I said before, their playstyle is very different than what I'm used to, and it's interesting to just see Gershwan and my buddies just like cower in fear, because they're probably one of the better armies, at least nowadays, in the Age of Sigmar lineup, but that may change because there's different armies coming out, such as the Sons of Bahamut, I believe. They got like these massive ogres that are coming out. But yeah, I mean, the army itself, it could be painted better, no question about it. But they're okay. I'm okay with how they look, how they came out. If I was gonna add anything else to this army, it would probably be more of the regular troops, just so I can have bigger blobs to like assault and teleport in and whatnot. And yeah, that's all I got for this one, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the lore. Hopefully this has made you guys a little bit more interesting to, check out Age of Sigmar and see their lineup of awesome sculpts and stuff like that. So go ahead and check that out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hit that like button, keep subscribed for more things 40k. And as always, I'm the Sound Alchemist, part of OneMindSyndicate, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Oh,